Finally back with the reactions. Yes, sir. Got my boy Allen Iverson. Yes. Welcome back to another video, y'all. So I don't have an intro made up because I deleted everything on my laptop to reset it and all that stuff. And yeah, so hopefully soon I'll get another intro made. So whatever. Yeah. We got NBA legends explaining how good Allen Iverson really was. In case you guys don't know, Iverson is my favorite player of all time. Dude is just high scorer, high motor player, period. He gets after it every game. Well, used to because he don't play anymore. Of course, we already know. But excuse me. We're gonna get right to the video, man. But yeah, I just had to make sure. I just seen the video. I think it came out just like 2 days ago. I said, of course, I got to react to it. My favorite player of all time. So we're going to get right to it. So enough talking. Now
he's got Stockton. He breaks his ankles. He got it. And the crowd rises to their feet.
Hey guys, this is Dominique Wilkins.
Hey, this is Sean Kemp.
This is Gary Payton.
Hey, this is Pau Gasol.
NBA fans, what's up? This is Vince Carter here.
Hey, what's up? This is Matt Barnes. If you're an old school NBA fan like I am, make sure you check out the Basketball Time Machine with my man Sean David.
Hey guys, what's good? Welcome back to the Basketball Time Machine. I'm your host, Sean David. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're ready for your weekly dose of old school NBA basketball. In today's episode, I want to take a look at NBA legends, giving their opinion about Allen Iverson and how good he really was. And I did my best to find some clips that you probably haven't seen before. But before we dive into today's episode, let me ask you guys for a quick favor. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you enjoy the content. All right, enough said. Now let's dive right into today's episode.
Skip it, but never mind.
Now the first clip that we're going to take a look at is from MB90s. If you haven't heard about that documentary, check it out on YouTube. And there are a couple of NBA superstars and legends giving their opinion about AI.
Yeah, but there was no question who was number one. The answer.
Allen Iverson was
ridiculous.
Coleman almost ran him over trying to do something.
AI is just so fly because it's A1, it's the sauce. It just feels good when it's poured over the right thing, and money was just the right thing.
Iverson has Marbury, crosses over, strong.
He, to me, was a great artist because you got a sense of who he was as a person because of how hard he played.
Left 20 gallons of sweat on the court every game. That's AI.
Iverson made you proud to be part of the NBA.
There's only a few players that you can think of top of your head that played as hard as Iverson or harder than Iverson. Bird, Jordan, like those top two top of my head. I can't think about it else. Maybe Scottie Pippen, Magic Johnson, but especially like nowadays, you don't see a lot of players that play like Iverson did. Dude was just crazy on the court.
That guy was so good, so tough.
Iverson easily by Price for two. Allen Iverson talking to Charles Barkley.
Couldn't nobody stop him. He could score anytime he wanted to, 40s, 50s, whatever he wanted to do.
Allen Iverson, 4 straight with 40 or more. Allen Iverson with 50 for the night.
He was the anchor to a lot of kids' dreams and hopes.
He just meant so much to so many people, and he just was so unique.
Trying to guard this guy is like trying to hold water in the palm of your hand. Let's see what Anthony does. Forget about it. Iverson for two.
And when you talk pop culture, he was right at the top. He was one of the most popular players in the NBA all over the world.
I don't know if he was the first dude with cornrows. Allen would keep his tight because, you know, you got to have your cornrows hooked up.
Iverson crosses over against Brown, gets two.
I think Iverson was the very first player they call cornrows. I call them braids. I don't call them cornrows. I can't think about else that had cornrows before Iverson. I don't know.
That's what I love about him. He brought swagger.
The guy told me when I get to the league and I play against Mike, I'm gonna hit him with the crossover. And I was like, son, you're not crossing up Michael Jordan. Have you lost your mind? Ooh! Ooh!
That was like, word.
He didn't shake Michael Jordan once. He shook him twice.
Yeah, Mike in the blender.
And made the shot, buff. All that.
And the next clip that we're going to take a look at is from Paul Pierce talking about how he feared Allen Iverson.
On this date in 2001, our greatest living American, yes, Allen Iverson, won the MVP, making him not only a legend, but the shortest player ever to win the award at 6 feet tall. My question for you, Paul Pierce, what was it like competing against the answer?
Man, I'm not even gonna lie to you, Rach. I didn't match up with him, but I knew I was in situations in pick and roll where I switched out on him. And I'm not gonna lie, I was scared to death because I could play defense and all, but I knew I couldn't slide my feet with Allen Iverson because every night when you looked up at the SportsCenter highlights, he was crossing somebody, he was putting somebody in the mix. And so all I knew was when I switched on him, I was going to give him that Olay defense. I was going to I'm going to let him do his move, but I'm going to let him go. And hopefully I can send him to the baseline because I was not trying to slide my feet with that guy. I didn't want to end up on nobody's SportsCenter highlights, period.
And the next clip that we're going to take a look at is from Kobe Bryant himself talking about how he admired Allen Iverson and how Allen Iverson pushed Kobe to become even better.
Allen Iverson and Shaq were announced as the finalists for the Hall of Fame. I know both guys meant a lot to you. Talk about that.
You know, and AI as a competitor, he drove me to be as more obsessive about the game because I had to figure out how to solve that problem, you know. And I told him when I saw him here this weekend, I said, man, you don't realize how much you pushed me, and I don't think people nowadays realize how great you were as a player, and how big of a problem you were for.
I'm going to admit, Iverson, he kind of still is an underrated NBA player, NBA legend, mainly because he never won a championship. He only got to the finals one time, but still, just what he had a big impact on the whole league, the whole culture of basketball and stuff. And dude was just a hard-working player that just wanted to win. And wanted to play his way and be respected, but
for defenses.
So for me, Rachel, I actually had to guard this guy, and it was one game where he was killing us in Philly. He was killing like our guards, and Doc gave me that look like, "It's your assignment now." The dude never stops running, so I got to score and I got to slow him down. I was so tired after the game. I was the last one in the shower just like soaking and trying to figure out why am I so tired from guarding and chasing this dude all over the court. But he was a joy to compete against.
I was kind of looking at it like,
Don't play with my emotions.
I was kind of like, well, this is kind of close. Kyrie, he's got the handles, he finishes. I look at AI, I'm like, man, he's got great handles. I was like, this is kind of close. But then when you kind of put it in perspective, AI took a team to the finals, and they didn't have much.
George Lynch.
Don't make me come across this table as y'all.
But hey, T-Mac, they didn't have much.
They were a great defensive team.
Yes, they were.
They were
great.
Yes, no. But I'm talking about from an offensive standpoint, they did not have much but Allen. Eric Snow at your point guard. And again, like you said, Eric Snow is a great defender, but he can't make a shot.
Yep.
And then you got George Lynch. He can't make a shot. It was a bunch of guys that they had that couldn't do a whole lot.
Poor man listening to
Tyrone
this right
Hill.
now.
AI. I think when KD said that, there's obviously a lot of respect for Kyrie, and I think we all have a lot of respect for Kyrie and his ability to get to the basket, finish the way he does, his mad handles. But no. AI.
We get caught to living in the moment,
Don't make me come across this table.
Hold on. I would never say Kyrie is better than AI. Never.
Because you were building up like
no. I competed against this man.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I know what he did in this league when it was tougher, it was more physical.
Oh, heck yeah.
You put AI in today's game
when you can't touch him.
When you can't touch. Come on, man. He averaged 30 back then.
Right.
Imagine what he could do in this league today.
Am I going to try to get Allen Iverson back to what he did? When he did the crossover? Iverson draws Jordan now.
No, I mean, that was a great move. I'm never the type of guy that says, you know, I can't get shown up. I just try to limit those opportunities.
I know that Allen Iverson is not the prime king. I know everybody don't like him. I know his history's been, you know, well documented, but we're talking basketball. Y'all need to go back and look at the highlights. That was a poor representation of the highlights. No disrespect to anybody, but I'm a fan of the man. And one story I have, we have a practice. He's going hard as I don't know what. The media's been on him, kind of all this, and he's just mad. He's quiet, he's not saying nothing. I'm like, oh yeah, I feel something coming. Go to Milwaukee. It was the best game I've ever seen by a teammate in my life. He gave them 60-something, passing the ball, doing his thing. Was he a difficult player to play with? He only knows how to score. He only knows how to go hard. But I've never in my life, never, played with a player that played as hard as him on the court. Maybe Bobby Jackson, Doug Christie, other guys that played as hard. And so it's a lot of guys I know played this hard, but I've never been with somebody played as hard as him. And so when I see him going through all this, you know, I just hope that at the end of the day, because all we're talking about is basketball. He's not President Obama. All we're talking about is Boop. And if you look at him and what he did, man, you name me another guy with the heart he had every night. He used to wear hockey pads. You know the pads that go, you guys probably wore them too, the pads that go all the way around you. I used to see him after games, bruised, banged up, and his only thing was, yo, Wab, I gotta go hard. You know, if they watch me, this is the first night. This might be the first time anybody's ever come see me play. It's just an honor to watch that guy play, man. I'm proud to say I played with him.
Justin Kimbrell said on that night he had 54 against
54. Well, I lied. I put 6 on it. I put 6 on it.
My bad.
I think for a guy his size, he was the most intimidating player in the NBA. I mean, you think about a guy 6 foot, 160 pounds. He was intimidating because physically he had a level of speed that nobody had ever seen. You know about the killer crossover, but to see Webb's point, the athleticism and then the relentless attack mode that he was in, because that was the thing that made him so tough. Because some guys you would play against, and Rick, you know, they're going to take 16, 18 shots a game. You know, you're going to have an opportunity to defend them. Iverson would go out there and take 35, 40 shots. He was in attack mode the entire game, and that just put a tremendous amount of pressure on 5 guys defensively. It wasn't just the point guard.
So how good was Allen Iverson in my opinion? Well, I remember it like it was yesterday. When Allen Iverson came into the NBA, he to me was like the new generation of NBA players. Super quick, incredible handles, a scoring machine, and remember, he was a point guard at first, so he was a score-first point guard. And in his prime, he definitely was one of the best players we have ever seen. Like Michael Jordan once said, pound for pound, probably one of the best players who ever played in the NBA.
Yeah, Iverson, man. When I first seen Iverson play when he was in college, it was before he got the NBA, of course. I watched him play for Georgetown when they kept talking about him about being the #1 pick, and I was like, "Who's Allen Iverson? Who is this guy?" So watching a few of his games, dude was cooking. I think I watched one game and he scored like 30-something points easy. Iverson was a killer on the court, man. Like, dude just get overlooked because he's small for one. No championships, but he did win MVP that one year when they made it to the finals. But Iverson, I'm just glad he made it to the Hall of Fame. I'm just glad he made it to the Hall of Fame. But yeah, thanks for watching the video. Let me know what y'all think about the video. Allen Iverson, as a player, as a person. You know, stay tuned for more videos, man. My nose getting stopped up. That's why I'm talking like this. But still got many videos, man. Finally got my laptop back running. And don't get these videos back rolling. So next time, Boy K Smooth, I'm out.